Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to thank everybody who had an opportunity to come on this evening. I wanted to take the time to really explain a little bit more about what the Kindred Connections 360 Maternal Health Hub is, what it does, what was it was designed to do, and who we want to be a part of the community. I think that a more collaborative approach is going to be needed, for the type of work that we need to do and the way that we need to work with each other. And so, one way to do that in the technological era is to just get an aggregate of people and promote, excellent caregiving and excellent caregivers, in a space and allow, these spaces to be kind of beacons to be top of mind for our moms and our families. So, I'm not going to keep you long. This is a recorded session, but I want to take you through the hub. I want to take you through an example account. I want to take you through just some of the features of the hub. And of course, if you are on live and you have questions, feel free to drop questions in the chat. And I'm going to share my screen here in a second and we'll get started. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm going to put myself here at the bottom and then I'll probably just go away. But I wanted to formally introduce you to the hub. So you'll see my scroller here, and I just want you to follow me as we kind of run through. So this directory is a directory that cares for every mom and every need. And we have a multitude of categories and subcategories that we are allowing our members to take advantage of. From a standpoint of exposure and searchability, you'll be able to be featured, under however many categories based on the plan that you choose. Everybody gets one. Every account gets 1 to 2, and then if you want to be cross posted, then you would just upgrade to one of the ones that allow you for 5 up to 10 categories, subcategories for your business. So we're starting here on our homepage. And on our homepage, and this is on desktop, it is equally responsive on mobile, but you're able to search for your subcategory here. You're also able to search by city or zip code. And then you have all of these. These are actually clickable tabs. So if you click on one of the tabs, it'll take you to a page that is connected directly. So this would be our doula page, one of our subcategories, and this just gives you an example of listings that are already here and how you can search directly from the homepage. I want to scroll down a little bit from our homepage. We do feature members. We've got a few featured members that signed on, and we do rotate them out to give everybody an opportunity to get exposure. As we grow, our goal is to have featured members and featured partners. As you can see, we have a few partners that are always here, that are always supporting our mission and vision, and we'll be able to feature them as well so that they're easily accessible from the homepage. Another piece that we'll cover here is our community forums. And our community forums just really allow for you to, number one, post something that you have going on, but it's front facing to the community. So if you want, I'm just going to click on an example. So this is our example forum, and this is our kind of rules and how we set things up. You can post your events in the forum, which will be down here. You can follow the comments as there, any comments or any replies. And we've had people interested in just trying to get people geographically together to plan something. And it's one way. This is just one more way that you can connect with moms and families. As a provider, you can connect with them. So those are just one of our forums that's accessible from the homepage. And then we have something that I'm really proud of, and it is a way to get our tech and our app community, visibility. I know having an app store is, being in the app store is great. You've arrived. If you have an app that is searchable and clickable and is on the Apple and the Android stores, but where else can you find them? I felt like we needed a platform that highlighted in our heavily tech era a way for you to be exposed to apps and other platforms that were not service or product based, that were easily accessible, downloadable, uploadable, etc. And this was something that we just wanted to really insert and highlight. And so it's a tech platform. So essentially, when you're signing up, we have a category for tech. So mobile apps, telehealth and virtual care, and then wearables and smart devices. Believe it or not, all three of these things are prevalent in our industry, but we don't give them any exposure. So we definitely want, if you are in this space, please reach out. Please list your business. We need more visibility in the ways that we can help families thrive in this space and at this time, very delicate time in our lives. So these are examples that we literally put together. I'm going to do Latch Coach. Now, as you can see, it says it's not a real app here. So I created these specifically to show you how this section works. So I'm going to click on Latch Coach, and it's going to take me to the page. So what you're looking at right now is a directory listing for a Premier members, one of our, I think it's our highest tier. And it allows you to chat. It allows you to write reviews or receive reviews as a business owner, as a member or a mom or a family member individual. You can write a review for a business here. You can make a connection by chatting. You can connect via email. You can let them know that you would like them to reach back out. We've got a company name, website, socials will be here. You can put your location in as specific or as broad if you're on location. Apps are not necessarily specifically local, but you have full company details. You have an opportunity to get really detailed about your why, and it's a very stable place for you. And all of the places, these are all the places you can find this app inside of the search. So this app, because of the level, will come up, and each level, each subcategory allows you, as a business owner, this is great, and I'll tell you why. If I'm looking specifically for telehealth and virtual care and my question is about that, I'm going to request information using this. If it's just the mobile app functionality, maybe I'm another business owner, or maybe I'm putting an event on and I would love to know if you sponsor or if you're interested in speaking or presenting, as a mobile app. I might request information by clicking this button. Maybe I want to know how exactly Latch Coach AI helps me as a lactating mom. Like what makes it stand out? What is different about it? And I just have a question about the functionality of the actual app. Because I'm on a Premier plan, I can now funnel, if you will, the people's response to me based on how they come in. So it's not just one catch-all. I actually can request information regarding this particular, and because I'm logged in, obviously it won't let me send me my own message, but you understand when you're the business owner, this is very important. So you know exactly how to reach back out to someone when they reach out to you. So I wanted to really highlight that. I feel like I'm really excited about that. That is really exciting. We've got, we're just in talks with so many amazing individuals that are looking to use and utilize tech for specific perinatal community. It's an amazing time, honestly, for our industry. And I hope that my enthusiasm is shared when we as we continue to grow. So checking out the blog. Now, obviously, when you talk about, as a business owner first, when you talk about visibility, authority, when you talk about having your name out there, being searchable, content that is public and available is going to be your major way of doing that. And so we have a blog. Mind you, our content creators are our members. So This blog here, talk about what to look for in a doula or birth worker 2025. This is indexed, you know, in Google. So this is searchable. This is findable. And if you're creating content on our platform, your name, your business name, all go up here in place of mine. You can field questions about the content that you put out, and you can share independently your work to your network. So it's a really solid way that we can support content creation, support evidence-based practice, support opinions, support product reviews, support announcements, and what's trending in the era that is not just something that I myself am doing, or perhaps the PRC is doing. And I reminded myself, I want to bring up, I'm reminding myself, Nicole, I wanted to bring up our founder of the PRC. I just recently started in my role as director of technology technology and resources for the PRC, and they are officially our app. We are the app of the PRC. We are the hub, the directory. We promote and push everybody into that space. So I'm gonna bring Nicole up so she can have a few words, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Hi, Nicole. You are unmuted, my friend.
I'm muted. Hi, Heather. I was trying to make sure the kids didn't creep their way into sound realm any way they could. Do we want to bring Maria up too? Just to...
Yes. Are you okay, Maria, for that? Thumbs up? Okay, cool.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I'm giving you guys the floor.
Right.
Because I just want to, I'm taking a break from my screen, but I think that when I talk about partnerships and I talk about content and all of the things, you know, we talk about in business, I want to be equally, I want to just drive the point home how important collaboration is, and just having community and having spaces for it. So that's it. I'm yielding the floor so y'all can talk.
Yeah, for sure. So welcome everyone. I know there's definitely some members watching this that already know about the hub, and you know, maybe some non-members to either the hub or the PRC. So welcome. Thanks for taking the time, whether you're here live or watching the replay. We're super excited to launch this and to bring life to it. The partnership between us and Anisha and the PRC and Kindred Connections has been growing and flourishing in the background. So to bring it to life is really, really exciting on all of our parts. And I think for the reasons, not for us here, but for everything that's going to happen for our members and beyond them, for the families that they're serving, for potential families that need support and need to find the support. Your enthusiasm for the tech is equally shared. As you were talking, I was over on LinkedIn tagging a bunch of people that I've already connected with, that some are partners of the PRC already, and others, you know, hopefully once they're in the beta stages of things, and once they launch, you know, there's already a spot for them. So how cool is that, right? Yeah, so if you guys don't know, the Perinatal Resource Collaborative is a membership community, but beyond that, we're the village for the villagers. We want to pour into you in, you know, all the ways that you pour into your families, in addition to supporting you in business and tech and marketing and, you know, growing your business to thrive so that you can then, again, pour more into your families and support more moms, because ultimately that's all of our why. So I'm super excited to be able to, you know, again, launch this live and get people in the directory so that it could just be another huge resource. And I'll let Maria kind of chat. And I know she's going to go through more of the interactive stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got you guys on early, because I get carried away real quick when I start teaching. So I wanted to stop myself and make sure we had made the space and the time to talk about the partnership. I think it's really important. So
and just sorry, go ahead, Maria.
No, you finish your thought.
I was gonna say, and just to point out the underlying reason, like, I could have built the directory that was just the PRC, and, you know, we did our own thing and it's another resource and yada, yada, yada. But we really wanted to drive home and walk the talk and say, you know, instead of us being spread thin, we can focus on what we do really well. And we can collaborate with someone like Anisha, who does what she does really well with the SEO and the e-com and getting the directory seen. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have just put it up as a website and it would look pretty, but it wouldn't have gone anywhere, right? So there are a lot of things out there like that where they look pretty, but the back end is not built the way Anisha's being very intentional behind the scenes before it's even really live and out there to make sure that it's seen. So doing that together, right? Merging us together, partnering together is making it a better experience for our members. And again, for the moms than it would have been if I just had some directory because I wanted to include it in my packaging, right? So just to kind of put it out there, the PRC is all about collaboration amongst professionals, and we are literally we're doing it too. So there we go.
Very well said, Nicole. Very well said.
And
Maria.
I guess to piggyback off of that, so I'm Maria. I'm the vice president of the PRC. So excited to have this collaboration and partnership and have Anisha on board with the PRC. But I don't want to repeat anything, so I will just add, I think, add a little bit to what Nicole was saying, and also it's something on an earlier call. We were all on a call earlier today, and Anisha was talking about how in the world that the perinatal world, where you have service providers and we're really pouring into our families, that's our craft, that's our trade. And like, I'm a mental health provider. I also happen to have gone out and learned a lot about business, but I wasn't taught that in school. I wasn't taught how to make my directory listing look really good and make sure that it gets seen, and how important blogs are and how important networking with other professionals is. That is something that I chose to go do on my own, right? And because of that, I've found some success in business, and it's wonderful. But there are a lot of incredible professionals out there who do not get seen because that's not what they're taught. And so they're seen by their families, right? And that's an amazing and such a rewarding opportunity to be so intimately involved in the perinatal journey with people. But we want to highlight you and we want to uplift you so that more families can see you, so that more pregnant women can have this connection with such incredible providers. And so both the PRC and Kindred Connect is a way to do that, where you can live in, Nicole likes to call it, your zone of genius, and stay in that space and do your work in the best way possible. And let us help you on that back end, support you in your business growth so that more people can experience your genius. And so that makes me really excited about this partnership.
Well said, Maria. Thank you. And it's true. It's truer now than ever that exposure and authority and just being seen, period, is really what makes organizations stand out. You know, it's the ability to bring people to you and then get people to work on behalf of your mission and your vision together. And that attracts more people. And so I feel like if we can attract, especially and serve in the capacity that allows, just like we stated, you to build a better business, because there are elements that are absolutely necessary for sustainability. And we are not taught this at all. So we are just working and toiling and passion, burnout. That's pretty much how it goes. So we want to put a pause and say, hey, you have help here. There's help, and everybody's got their hands moving. And when you have many hands, you have light work. I know you all have heard that before, but more hands make light work. And it's so true. So thank you both. I don't know if you all have parting words, but if you don't, I'm going to continue on here. We're making good time. So I don't want to make it too long, but we're making good time. And this was great. Thank you both for coming and just explaining a little bit more about, what it is we're all working toward. So
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Anisha. I'm excited.
All right. I'm going to bring you guys back down. All right. So we're going to move on, and really the directory itself is this is not hard work. It's not a hard lift, which is another reason why I love the platform so much. It's really user friendly, but sometimes you just need to see it. And so right now we're going to go through, I'm going to bring up our listing, our example listing, and just show you what the dashboard looks like once you confirm your email address and log in, and what you're able to do with your listings once you join. So right now, I am inside of our Latch Coach, and you just saw that a couple minutes ago. It's an app that helps with breastfeeding, and it is something that I imagined and created a cute little brand for it because I wanted to show you the power in visuals and just being able to get things like this out there. So right now, I've logged in to my account, and again, I'm not going to walk you all the way through every single step, but this is where you start. Kindred Connection 360/join. This is where you start. And once you select your plan, you start free. You can do featured, which is middle tier. And then you can do the premier, which is highest tier. And then we have a tech app for those who are not in products or services, but just have an app. And then you would have that tier as well available to you. So once you start here, you basically select your plan, and then it just allows you to sign up. So once you sign up, this is where you sign up at. And then you continue, and we have a special right now for non-free accounts. You know, you get like, the PRC has a special, it's like 60 days or something for free to get going. And there's another discount code inside the community that they know about as well. So we have ways to really get you going, give you time. You don't have to feel rushed or anything if you want to upgrade. But that's how, these are the 2 steps to starting. And once you get past that and you've verified your email, you're going to come here. You're going to log in, and you're going to see your dashboard. And you're always at any time able to view your public listing once you finish all of the steps. So I'm going to, this is our main dashboard. So when you log in here, this is what you see. On our Premier Partners, these are all the places you can publish content. So our free category, you're going to have like your post to need, because that's what you have access to. And then you'll have access to the corner over here with the communities and what you see, like the forums. You'll be able to post in forums. As you go up the ladder, you'll get more access, and it'll just kind of look like this. So right now I'm just working backwards. I want to show you what the highest plan looks like so that you understand how much functionality you actually have control over your own visibility. So as a Premier member, you have, and I will show you, you can post blog postings, quarterly blog postings. You can create product listings that will flow through to your personal website. So you don't have to like go and list your product with us. You just put the link there. You can create coupons specifically for community members that find you on the platform and send them there. Same thing with our middle tier. You can create coupons. You can create and post events as a Premier member as well. So if there's just extra exposure, or if you just want people to register and you don't want to go through Eventbrite and you don't want to go through other places to promote your event, you can literally create an events page with your directory listing and post an event. And I'll show you an example of what that'll look like in a little bit. But you get quarterly blog submissions. You will get reviews. You get a chat. And then you also get to promote your business through imagery and also through banner or ads. Like if you have a what we call flagship, or an ad that you show everyone that sums up your business or your products, and you want to list that, you can promote that, and we'll put it in our featured listings as well. So there's so many ways you can promote. Even our featured partners, all social media listings links can be posted. You'll be able to, you can do a Facebook login for those folks who like to keep their login simple. We're all posted in the community forums, as I explained. You can create coupons. And then for business marketing, you get your front page features. You get to receive and respond to reviews about your business. So there's another way for you to have business reviews. And then you're eligible for verified business badges. And I'll take you to those places in the dashboard, but I wanted you to just see, and you can go to the Kindred Connections 360/join just to like see the listings and see what you have available to you. But I wanted you to know that it's laid out really plainly here for you. So we are back to our dashboard. This is our premier listing. Everyone is going to get a business profile form that they fill out. This helps us actually work on your behalf in the back end. So once you log on, once you sign up, and this is all tiers, we welcome you. We ask you to take a 3-minute survey that tells us a little bit more about your business, and we can use that information to form partnerships with larger organizations that want to pour back into our directory to help everyone. So this is really important. And then we welcome you with a badge. So we ask that you give us whatever picture you want us to feature. We ask you to send that picture to us in the survey, and we will take this information and we will work on your behalf in the background and send you a really cool badge that welcomes you to the community. So that is our, let me just go back. That is our welcome survey, like our profile form that we ask everyone to fill out just one time when you sign on. And then this is where you can come and publish your blog article. So if you have the access of publishing, literally, guys, it's really not hard. You add your image, you select the category you want to talk about. We have many, and they all align with what we talk about up top. You can enter your content here, make it really cool. If you've got your own meta tag, we kind of review this stuff as well after you submit it, just to make sure if it needs tightening up for SEO so that you can get maximum visibility, we will tighten it up. But this allows you to do that. You are now, blogging without having to host a website, without having to drive traffic to that site. You can now put these web articles in your own newsletter. You can put them on your social media. It's just one more way for you to get exposure in your business. And so literally from your dashboard, this is where you do it. It's really, and then once you post or publish one, it'll show you who's viewed it, when it was created. You'll always have it here. And you can edit if you need to, update it, all the things. So that is one way that content works. And it works on your behalf when you join us. I want to take you, before I dig a little deeper into the dashboard, just to setting up like your business, because sometimes there are nuances and things that I would assume that people would understand, and it might still be confusing. So we don't want that. The type of listing, real easy, is your company organization. Even if you're a solopreneur, this is for the moms and families. So we don't even, it's there as an option because it's a dual site. So we have two types of users on it. But the company and organization is where all of our businesses are living. So that's what you want. It's actually auto-selected for you, so you don't even have to do anything. This one is also auto-selected for you. You don't have to do anything. You want to put your name in here. Everything with an asterisk is required. If you have a phone number for business, obviously you want to put that in there. Your position, short description, and then where you're located. It's not going to load properly if you don't have a real address. So there's that. If you don't need an address, you don't have to worry about it, but it's an option for those who have physical addresses to post their address there. And then if you have links, here are all your social media, like all of the social media links you can use. As a premier partner, all of these things are visible. As a featured partner, all of these things are visible. As a free user, your website, booking link, and phone number are visible. Your phone number is not clickable, but it is visible for folks to still contact you through. Booking link is live. Your website is live on all profiles. So that's something to consider as well. So we have that. And once you fill that in, you're just going to move on to save and continue, moving on to the next. Profile photos and profile logo. So as a business, your logo is what's going to show. So say you want this picture of you and you're beautiful. You want this picture to be shown here. This photo is more so like for forums and blogs and stuff like that. It's a profile photo. People looking you up by name, they can find you. But as far as you being found and visible in the directory, the profile logo is what's going to show. So you choose which is which, or it may be one photo that you use in both places. But that just lets you know that you have profile photo there. And then once you have that uploaded, we continue on to the next section. And the Premier membership has 10 categories you can specialize in. And it will change. This number will be based on you don't have to like try to do the math. It's when you sign up, everything is set up. So you just pick all of the categories by clicking down, clicking what you need, what makes sense for your business, where you want to be shown in the directory. And all of the categories are here. So you just pick whichever ones until you're out of category listings. Sometimes you may not need 10, sometimes you may need 7 or 6. But the point is, if it makes sense for you to be in a certain category, then click it, because it's available to you. So these are all of the categories, again, aligned here, and you basically just pick your ones. This one, because it's an app, we're basically in the app and telehealth section. So that's what I chose. And then lactation consulting and breastfeeding support. And then you can share more details about yourself. You give a personal quote, all of the things that people may want to know. If you accept insurance, apps typically don't. But if you're a service provider, this was important. And then you can talk a little bit more about what you accept and how, and in your terms, credentialing, honors, awards. So all of those things are available for you to fill out. And then you can write a blurb about yourself and your company. This obviously will be posted. It's public information as a directory listing. So people will actually be able to just learn a little bit more about you before they decide if they want to reach out. You can put a video in here if you want to. You can insert video, imagery. You can insert, I think, one link into your company profile. And once you're all set up with that, you're done. And once you're done, you can then view your public listing. Now, other things that you have on this plan are products. And so this is the piece I was telling you about, that you can like link a product if you sell something that may complement. First of all, if you're just in products, this is a great opportunity for you to highlight certain things. But you name it, your company, price, availability, category, you pick it, and you drop the link that they can go buy it, and they literally can have one more thing, and that will actually attach itself to your public listing. So for example, say I have an example product, you see my overview, my specialties, my blog article. So I wrote a blog. If you come to my listing, everything that I've ever done on the platform is here. And then product would be the next. And what if I had an event I wanted to host and it's live? Event would be here. So everything that you are able to do on the platform is going to follow you on your homepage. And it's promotable. They all have permanent links here. You can share everything. Nothing is gatekeeped. So that's just an example of just like the throughput, how many different ways you can promote yourself through your dashboard and just through the features. Now I wanted to, so that's your profile. It's pretty much set up. You saw all of the sections. You saw how you can add new products and add blog postings and all of that. I want to take you through the member center on the inside. So once you log in and you have your dashboard, everything is here. Everything is here. So who's been looking at your profiles? Does somebody send you a chat? Do you have reviews you need to manage? You can save other members to follow up with. I thought this was an awesome feature. If I had members saved, I've saved a couple of members. They're here. And my saved members may have posts. And if they do, I can create a personal feed with the posts of the saved members. I just happen to save Anisha. Anisha posts all the time on here. She's a full blog. And everything that she does now shows up into my personal feed. So that is something that you can actually develop like from your dashboard. If you just are following certain, or you just want to keep tabs on certain content creators, or you're just looking to possibly reach out to somebody, you want to see, what they're about and where they're posting, you can create a personal post feed with their content. And hopefully they are creating content, because that is the goal. The goal is to collaborate and to bring families to us and our services and products. So I wanted to share that personal post feed with you because it's powerful and it's customizable and it's available on all the levels. Now, let me make sure we don't have any questions real quick. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to finish up and yep, I think we're good here. So this is our Save members. We talked about content that you can create as a member. We talked about events. I want to show you an example of an event that was created inside of the hub. So one more way, again, for you to drive some of your traffic and some of your followers to events is to post events here as a hub member. You can send all the details to your event. You can send them to an outside website source here. You can post your flyer or whatever you have that promotes the event. All of the details, post the sign up link under the details page. It'll take you there, and then you'll be able to sign up and do exactly what you need to do. So there's no double posting. Once you have your main link, then you can just set it up and it'll become then visible to all of the users on the business side and on the moms and family side. So I wanted to make sure that that was covered. So once you log in here, you get a member center. So as a member, as a business partner, your menu changes a bit. When you are a mom or family or not logged in, as you can see, it says directory features. You get your community forums, you get access to the blog, and you get access to post a need to see who needs you or who you may need. And that'll be like the last thing we cover is our post a need section. But these are the directory features that are viewable when you're not logged in or when you're a mom or family, birthing individual logged in. This is what you're going to see and have access to. As a business member, it changes up and you're going to have access to a lot of resources. So briefly, once you are logged in and you still have access to your dashboard, but once you hit up the banner categories, our member center has featured partners. So you get to see who's featured, what do they have that's available for hub members. You may have some discounts or deals or time sensitive things, announcements. Our featured partners right now are of course the PRC and then Kindred Connect business management software, which is a part of my ecosystem for business management for birthwork. So both of these have specials once you log in and you get to see and you get to sign up directly. So if you've just never thought about it, I would think highly about it. Think about it hard. Think about expanding your ecosystem in birthwork. The Resource Center, one of my personal favorites, everything inside the Resource Center is free. So there are no purchases to be made here. If it's a course, if it's a download, if it's tips and tricks and all of the things, we always update this and it's always available to you. As a member, you literally click whatever you're trying to learn about, and then there's your training. There's your, if it's a downloadable resource, you get that as well. Everything is here. So that is our resource center here. And then we talked about the forums on the family side, and there are also additional forums for you on the side of business. And so we have just different things that you can post and get to know people and get to share. We have threads for tech and system support, and then in search of. So I really like in search of because we hear this a lot in the industry. I need a doula. I need lactation. I need somebody to do this for this family. I'm an agency owner. I need help. I need somebody who knows the things. And so we started this forum so that you could actually post your needs for professional collaboration, not necessarily for moms or anything like that. You're not asking moms to hire you here. You're asking for requests, referrals, needs for business services, somebody who can help you with something or help you take care of a service. All of that is under our business community forums. Our community forums, I went over at the beginning, but this is where you would speak to the families. So this is for your business and business peers that are on the hub. And then this is for the community facing side. So the topics are slightly different. Blogs for everybody, events we covered, and then there's our post a need. So what is post a need? We see this a ton in Facebook groups, like a ton. And it's somebody who needs somebody. It's a family who needs somebody. It's an agency that needs somebody. We need. And I wanted to carve a space out that allows you to post your needs. And so this is an example of what we want to see and want you to take advantage of. Now, the great thing about posting needs is that you can be anybody that is signed on to post your need. You could be mom or family. You can be a business owner that is looking even to have family, like, hey, I'm available. I'm looking for, business in this month of the year. I'm slowing down. I might be looking for a family that needs this type of service. And you can put it out there, and as long as you keep up your listing and your posting, you can post. So I gave you a really great example here of what we want to see to keep up the integrity of the directory, just to make sure location is clear, pay is clear, even if it's negotiable or like contact for details type stuff, your shifts, your length of contract. Like really, if you look over on the side here, post details literally tells you. And then you can reach right back out. Somebody can reach out to you if they have questions about your needs. So I wanted to make sure this was a priority, that you knew it existed, and that you can post your needs. As soon as your need is filled, though, we ask that you remove it so that it doesn't confuse anyone else that might be looking. And then the last thing that you can do as a business member is to become verified. What does verified mean? What does that mean? What it means is we just ask you additional questions. You have to be under a paid plan to verify your membership, but we ask you a few additional questions about your business, about how you conduct business, and how you answer client inquiries to keep up the integrity of our directory, to make sure that leads that are being sent are not being forgotten or ignored, or that no one's checking emails, no one's getting back. I don't want to use this directory because I reached out to somebody, they didn't get back to me. So we don't want that. But if you're on a paid plan and you have the information that you need to verify your listing, you would just go to your dashboard, click verify my business. You're going to get this badge, but it is a manual process. So you submit it, we review it. It tells you everything that you need to submit to us, and then we'll verify you if everything checks out. If it doesn't, we'll ask for more information, and then you get your verified badge. Once you become verified, you become a member in a verified search, and you get a banner so people know that you have gone above and beyond in your business. So who do we need? And now that you've seen a little bit about what you get in the hub, who do we need? We need right now everybody. Our goal is at least 1,000 businesses and service providers, product businesses. I'll tell you, this is probably, for it to be one of, you see this, for it to be one of the biggest sections, one of the people spend the most money in products, but product businesses don't really list outside of the 1 or 2 spaces that they sell, if that makes sense. So we're trying to bring everyone together. We want to bring all of our product and digital product and all of these folks, gift baskets, subscription services. I know these folks are out here in maternal health. We want you to know we are out here, and we want you to be a part of the hub. So this is probably one of the areas that I would love to have way more exposure to businesses, people who've written books and guides, like come on over. Healing, loss, and support typically is not a category a lot of the time. And so we want to beef this up. We want multiple listings in these areas for families. And of course, we have pregnancy and birth support is one of our best populated categories, but we need more. We definitely want more, and we want you to join us. I hope I was able to answer your questions for this, and I have a little bitty banner at the bottom here, if you are signing up and it's not under a free account, if you're looking to upgrade and you want to upgrade, you can use Hub 40 for 40% off of any plan forever. Just so you know, I will briefly here. Let me just show you our plan. So if you want to log in as a birth worker and you come here. So for example, it's $27 to have additional content creation and promotion and all of that stuff. $27 a month, but you get 40% off of that forever. As long as you are featured, as long as you're on the directory, you get 40% off of this cost. If you want to be a premier partner and you use Hub 40 when you sign up, you get 40% off forever. If you are signing up, we have 20 spots for this coupon code, so that we can get our community going. We really want to get you out there. We want to get you in front of audiences, and we know there are individuals, there are companies and organizations that are looking for what we do, and we want to get us as big and as much exposure as possible. So that's pretty much my final announcement, is that if you're really interested in getting started and you want to upgrade beyond the free business starter, that you get 40% off when you use the Hub 40 for the life of the directory and the life of your listing. No matter what prices do, no matter what the membership does or their offers, with whatever the other partnerships come down the pipeline, as a part of the directory, you get access to that. And your price will always have a 40% discount forever. So I think I'm serious about what we're doing, and I think I can't really say it any more serious than to say join us, because I promise you we're fighting hard for us to have a collaborative approach to being found and to communicating and growing and building bonds with the birthing community. So that is it, guys. I appreciate anybody that was able to stop by. Obviously, this will be recorded, and we're gonna you'll be able to view at your leisure so that you can walk through setting up your directory. I'm hoping that I see Hub 40s coming through as folks who are watching the presentation and want to go ahead and get started. Exposure is 100% important in business growth. I know a lot of us don't think of ourselves as people that need to get out there, because we know that people need us. But just imagine how many more people we could serve if we were just in more places, and we were fine, and we were searchable in more places. So that's really what the Hub is about. And finding more business besties, and finding more collaborative partners, and more backup doulas, and just more community, more ways to grow. So thank you again. I appreciate everyone that came out. If you have questions for me, you can definitely email me at anisha@kindredconnect.io if you have questions. If you're on LinkedIn and you see my profile, obviously feel free to DM me any questions about this. I will drop the coupon code below the stream so that you know what you can do to take advantage. And then once it expires, it expires. And that's it. But hopefully we'll see you long before we expire the code. So thanks again, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.